Hey everyone, let's build the Wildflower Bouquet by LEGO Icons. This is the Botanical Collection. Set number 10313 contains 939 bricks. And it is recommended for 18 years of age and up. So this is more of like an adult build. And that's pretty much what we'll be building there. So here's the manual. We'll take a quick look at everything. And Wild About Flowers, Millen Mage, model designer at the LEGO Group. So that's who he is. He's the one that designed this. Yeah, I mean, I'm into nature and stuff, but flowers, I don't know. And here's what we'll be doing. So the book is broken down, or the build's broken down into 4 bags. And I think for this installment, we're going to focus on bags 1 and 2. And then the second installment, we're going to do 3 and 4. And the reason why I'm breaking it up like that is, well, I don't know how much involved this set is for 1,000 pieces. All right. And here's a little bit here about it. Let's take a look here. Leatherleaf Fern, Cow Parsley, Queen Anne's Lace, and Welsh Poppy. Alrighty, so at least they're giving us what the flowers are and stuff, so that'd be pretty cool. So, bag 1, I think, well, we don't know what it is yet. Maybe the book will tell us what we're building. Maybe that's what we're building here. Okay, so before we begin, this is more like a pre-build or planning out the build. We get 12 of those things. And I'm always after these, but these are in dark green. So these are great for making spruce trees, for like shoving up into the, you know, putting some 2x2 bricks in here and stuff. So, and I believe that we get 12 of these. So here's 6 of them. Well, that's 5, 6, and 12. So I think we're making, I think there's probably 3 flowers per each thing. We don't know yet. Now, I'm doing something a little different here. I'm putting it on a turntable because there's a lot of pieces that will roll around, and it's just easier to dump the contents out in here. So let's start with bag 1. And we'll see how well this works. Okay, so this is going to be a bit more noisier than what we're used to. And plus I can rotate it around if I need to as well. So this book doesn't look too thick. So maybe there's not a whole lot. Well, this may be a fast build after all. We got to build 3 of those. So I think indeed we are going to be building the fern. And yes, I'm starting to do more of the phone stuff. So what I want to do, and this is a bedside build, is let's just get started here. And I'm looking for the bent axle pieces, you know. And when I was doing the unboxing, guys and gals, and I'm just going to be blunt with you on this, that this set is full of a lot of small parts. Okay, so if you're not a fan of small pieces, well, you may be in deep doo-doo. And let me find the container that I just had. Of course, I had to toss it on the ground. Let's get started here. And so we got to build 3 of these things. And so what I'm going to do is start lightening up the table a bit. And we're going to start making these here. Let's see if it tells me what number this is. Because this is a number 3. I believe that's what it is. So we got it. So in order to speed up the build, we're going to just do all 3 of these at one time. Okay. Why, Jay? You're ruining the build experience. No, trust me, I'm going to save us. We don't need to go back and start back at number 1 again. And for those who have been following on this channel, who've been watching my castle build, obviously that's done well below this one here. This is like the little interlude break in between the castle. Okay, so if you're watching the castle build, we left off on, I think we left off on bag 10, and we're going to start 11. Okay, so you're actually watching what's going on in between. And the reason why is because this is a set that I have to have done. And, well, it's January 11th, 2023. So, go figure there. And, yeah, so let's see how well the build goes. Now, I built a few of these that LEGO has sent me before. And despite of this not being a theme that I'm not really interested in, they're fun to put together. So we should see what the build experience is going to be like here. Probably in for a treat. So okay, let's see here. We still recording, making sure the thing gets kind of goofy. And then, now there's one disadvantage with the set is you, the builder, have to provide a vase for this. Now, when I review it, I'm not going to have the vase. I'll see if I can rustle one up, but I don't keep vases or vases or whatever around the house. I'm not into all that, so I'm not just going to do that. And there's a little info in the book. Maybe we'll read these as we go here. Or I may even have this thing built in one sitting. I don't know. I just don't know. And the palm leaf element was first introduced in our LEGO Pirates theme in the 1990s. Now it is repurposed to create the Leatherleaf Fern. That's what it says right there. So, of course, you don't see these in earth green. I've only seen them in dark green. So let's put that friction fork on there. Does it matter which way it faces? I'm going to hold it like this. Okay, so it does face like that. Sometimes the direction is very critical. So I'm just going to have this thing facing up like this. And that's what I'm assuming. And if it looks kind of screwy, then I know I got it on back or on sideways. So we don't know. Okay. And now we can take some of the leaves here. They just shove them on here like that. And I don't know how picky the holes are, but I'm putting the one at the very end here. Oh, and the last botanical ones that I did, I couldn't believe all the views that I get on those just because I help other builders with these. So if you're stuck on something, I'm hoping these videos will help you out. Well, except if I make the mistakes. Whoops, I'm going to put that on right. I do these videos mainly is to take notes. So when I do the review, I can review my progress on these and just to have fun and share my ideas and stuff. So this may end up helping some people build. Alrighty. And I thought we were going to put more in there. No, it's on the same side right here. And pretty much this is how I build my trees. When I get into more of the tutorial base of the trees, what I usually do is I'll make an assembly like something like this and say, okay, make 4 of them or something, when you write up a building guide, it's a lot easier, especially doing a video tutorial. I did one of my very first trees, and it was a nightmare. Oh man, can you imagine building a whole entire real life tree out of stuff like this? I think it'd be faster to watch the tree grow. Alrighty. Okay, and then after that, we have to make 3 of these little assemblies here. Okay, it goes like this. Leave that open there. And there's a plate with bow that goes right there. And then we need to make 3 of these and then stick them right here. That's kind of pretty, huh? All right, so you know what I can do is take these yellow things out of here and we'll remove these. As a matter of fact, I thought I heard the phone dingy dingy. Let's put that on mute. It still will record, I just don't want to hear it dinging off. So the whole intent is to get the reviews done quickly. Still enjoy the build. This part I don't mind doing. All right. You know what I hate worse is editing. I hate editing videos. Doing the builds are fun. You know, this part's fine. This is relaxing. So this part I don't mind. This is like a treat. It's the editing that I don't like to do. And then now we can shove those in there. Well, they show it like that, but it wouldn't make any sense. There we go. And okay, we have to make 7 of those. So guess what? We're going to have to make 21 of those too. And I thought that's what the big shafts were for. What I'm going to go ahead and do, though, we're just going to go ahead and produce these real quick. And the reason being is just to lighten up the parts on the counter here. Now, from what I remember from the last, I'm trying to remember which one it was that was pretty repetitious. I think it might have been the orchid, where I had to break the build down in such a way where it made sense. So, despite this having very small pieces, let me get all these out from underneath here. There we go. Okay, so let's see here. We're going to start placing these together now. You know, I forgot to read my little disclaimer. This is just for entertainment purposes. Okay, not to be construed as a professional product review. So this is just merely a hobby. So please refrain from trash talking the builder. I've already had enough of that on here. And if you find these boring, you know, there's other things to watch. Or you can skim through it, depends on what it is. Sometimes these get a little repetitious. Or if you just don't like my brute honest reviews, you know, which I already had a comment about that. I'm sorry, guys and gals, you know, I don't just go, hey, boys and girls, today we're going to be doing a review on this cool Lego set. Isn't this awesome? Even though if we don't have all the parts, it's still fun. You won't ever hear that on this channel. Sorry, but first off, I can't do the bubbly personality like some people can. And two, if I'm going to lie to you, I'm not going to lie to you like that. Make a fool of myself. All right. Okay. Well, you can see now I got I mean, how strong are these here? Yeah, they're pretty strong. You know. Now these type of flower sets are pretty cool. If you don't have a green thumb or you can't keep stuff alive long enough, there you go. The only thing that's going to happen is if you have them in the sun, of course the plastic will degrade over time. So that's probably the only thing you have to worry about. Well, we're out of these, so obviously we used them all up. We still got a lot of these though, so. All right. Sometimes you're seeing that I'm rotating these. There's a hard edge here and a soft edge. I try to match them up. It just, I don't know, I'll go OCD if I don't do it. So I'm just going to plug these end to end. And all right. And then step 10, I'll put it on the branch. And I don't think it really matters which way that goes. So plug the soft edge into the soft edge. All right. May have to raise up the camera a bit for these. And we just finished 3 of those. So we got that one whole thing done there. All right. We got build 2 of these poppy things. So now we know. We'll set these off to the side. Yeah, I think I'm just going to break this video down into 2 portions. I think that's going to be the best thing to do. And so we're not overwhelming everybody with a mass long video. We'll see how well it goes here. Reviewing these are pretty fun. All right, I'm missing one more of these little round plates here. But this set's got a lot of unique pieces, so it's pretty cool. We've seen these a million times. Okay. Well, guess what? I gotta put a bunch of these little clip things on here, and that's not gonna be fun, huh? Yeah, I finally got my sleep schedule back, and what am I doing? Bedside builds again. So, yeah, if you're not a fan of small parts, you may want to kind of shy away from this, or just give it a whirl. The set does come with a brick separator too, and I don't quite understand because there's really not any bricks in this set at all. It's just basically stuff like this. And yeah, I'm using the phone for audio, but I'm right next to the camera and you could just hear the thing kind of just chattering again. So yeah, maybe I'm glad I fixed it now. I'm not really totally happy with the audio quality on the phone. But you know what? Hey, that's all I have right now. And the good thing about having a separate audio channel is I can do a little more customization. Alrighty. Now I'm just taking the side of the brick separator and smoothing these plates out here to make sure everything's lined up. Okay. Okay. And if you're building this, you do this, just take your time and break the bags down where it's really like, you got bag one, sort everything out by part type or color. Part type might be best, and just do it that way. Okay. Might be the easiest way for some of you to build this set is by breaking it down. I can't really tell you what's the correct way of doing Lego sets because everybody's got their own method that works for them. There's been a video floating around on that, but why when not even I can do that correctly? All right, now we got to take those out of there. And I think they fit right in between there. So that's what they do. Yeah, so far my build experience is pretty good with this. There's lots of little pieces, and these do get repetitious. But if you plan ahead, you're fine. Okay. Too bad, huh? Not too bad at all. Not too shabby. Okay. And then the next thing is we got to do that right there. Okay. Yeah, we get some spring green nose cones too. Not too bad, huh? Yeah, I need to find me a tripod for the phone for recording. I already know how to switch it to manual focus, so that's pretty cool. And this just sits right in there. All right. And then we use two of these and we feed these in here. So essentially what you're supposed to do is set these inside a vase. Let's see if I can find one for the photo shoot, but all right. If you want to, you can close these up. Well, maybe you can't. There we go. There's the poppies right there. Pretty cool. Okay. All right. Using existing elements in unusual ways is the heart of Lego building. Well, I've done that all the time. Here, a car hub is used to represent the stigma of the center of the Welsh Poppy, which is that right there. Inside that thing right there. I'm not familiar with my car parts. Okay. Yeah, looks like we got to build two of these here. So what are those things called again? Let's take a look here. At least they're giving you a little bit of lessons in these things, so you're not just kind of left hanging there. That's the cow parsley, Queen Anne's lace. Okay, well, let's get going on that one there. So set that off to the side. And let's get building here. Now remember, I got to build two of these, so I can't just mess around here. I got to do two of these. Matter of fact, guys and gals, I had to order some more containers because I got to have a place to store all these sets that I haven't done anything with yet. So, you know, there's a point that you get too much of it. And what do you do with all those extra sets? That's just it. Okay, we don't have any more yellow cross axles, so now that's just red, green, and white, and more like holiday colors. All right. And that goes like that. And like that. And then one of these things. I don't think I've really seen those in sand green before. And nose cone goes in the center. Alrighty. Sometimes I wonder what the designers think when they're building this stuff. Probably the same thing when I build stuff. I kind of imagine myself in the build. But that's like a house or a trailer. Like when I build my trailers, I kind of just see myself if I'm camping. Would that be something I'd use for camping in real life, you know, that kind of thing. It's like making terrain. What kind of terrain would I like to camp in? And those go upside down. And I'm sorry if I need to build right here, not down here. But the viewfinder is actually higher up than I am right now. I may try one day doing one of these videos in full 4K, 60 frames per second. But it just, the camera would have to be further away. And at that point, you may as well just use the microphone on that anyways. I got to build 5 of those. So that means I got to do 10 of those. And that's not fun at all. So I got to build 5 of these. Stick the studs on there. These you want to be careful with because you can easily bend these stems. So we're going to have to make 10 of these. But we need to make 2 of these in general for 1. So we have to make 5 of those. And so basically I got to make a bunch. See, I got to be careful because this thing here started bending a little bit. This right here is where it's going to get really repetitious real quick. Now, that's just 1. I got to make 5 of these in total times 2. You know, so like that's 10. I got to make 20 of these. You know, so that we're going to be here for a while. We'll put this on here. Yes, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just leave it at the 2 installments. Mind you, we're still on bag 1 right now. What I may just do is put it on here like this, and that's what you have to make 10 of. Or yeah, we have to make 10 of those little bouquets. So go figure there. You saw how long it takes just to make 2 of those. I got to do that. I got to do that 8 more times. So, yeah, I remember when I used to go camping and take hikes in the backcountry and stuff, you'd see a bunch of wildflowers. Sometimes the whole side of the hill would be covered with them and stuff, and it was so beautiful to just walk in there. And now the only bad thing if you have allergies, my goodness, it would be just it's a very cruel joke. Mother Nature's playing on you with the allergies, but it's eye candy. You know, it's like walking through a garden, but it's all natural. You know, especially when you're looking from it at a distance, it looks like a nice, pretty. Where I'm at, we get purple. We also got the California poppy and stuff, but sometimes it depends. Like if you look at the poppies, it's just that beautiful orange carpet. It looks like you just walk out on that, but it's really cool. All right. Yeah. So yeah, it was one of those treats though when you go camping and you're hiking on a trail. I did find some of my old hiking videos that I have never posted on my scenic channel. I need to get those up there just to back them up and preserve them. Because some of those places don't exist anymore. The wildfires had wiped everything out. So, you know, never know when it's going to go. So now I kind of document everything that seems pretty cool. Okay, we're halfway there. I just finished up 5 of those just for one of these, but we're going to do them all here real quick. Now, I do need these stud flowers in white because the old school Lego flowers that we've grown up with back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, Lego I don't think is producing those anymore, so we're going to have to... You're going to have to use these. I'm not a fan of stud flowers, but, you know, that's all you have. You know, we just have to deal with it. Okay. And I think I'm going to have to do a drastic thing here in a second. Personal drastic measure. No, I don't have to go to the bathroom or anything. I gotta turn off something here. Somebody's gonna get angry, but I need to upload some data. Data, Jay? I thought you're off. Yep. Doing a side job, doing a side gig right now. The price was right, so I thought, well, I'm gonna do it real quick. You know, if it's my time off. It's a quick job. Well, I hope I don't have to do this a million times here. Oh, we already put those together. Those they're already done. We're running out of flower stems, so obviously we're getting there. So yeah, this does get a little repetitious. So that right there will be a ding there, because it's not like there's 3 of those. It's just, it is what it is. Most sets will get a 9, which is pretty good for me. Except those stinking Mario sets. Y'all know how bad those were. I did read your comment, Janet, about you. I think it was you, about you hate Mario, but you like the games. I mean, who doesn't like the Mario games? It's just, the sets are just kind of crummy. Lego could have executed that a lot better, though. You know, I think a lot of us wanted an official Lego Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Princess figures, but no. Somebody didn't like my pretending of having the starter course. And this guy was like, this is why I won't sub to you, because you have incomplete reviews. You expect me to spend my money on buying stuff that I'll just use once and shelve it. And that's not going to happen. I want to buy parts, not just some starter course for some inflated amount of money just so I can do a quick demonstration and be done. That's not how I work here. It's like telling an artist to use this pre-made schematic. Okay. Whew. All right, now we got to put them on there. That's not too bad. We only got to do it a couple of times, and I think they go. Well, that's silly. They only go here anyway. So now I just got to wiggle them in. Now, don't just press these down. Just hold underneath right here and just slowly rotate those in. You know, just do that. Just kind of wiggle them in a little bit. And I'm assuming that there's one that goes in the middle too. Boy, just looking at this alone right now is going to make me sneeze. I do have bad allergies too. There we go. Not too bad, huh? Looks pretty good. Like, that's not a bad idea. If you want to use that for your garden or something, like if you're building a house or like a business or something like that. Put those right in there. We're just about done too with bag one. There's not a whole lot of parts left here. Okay. And oh, yikes. I got to make 12 of those and stack them on top of one another. Well, that means 24 for me, huh? Well, let's get to it. Still need to get that cord attached to that where it doesn't keep rubbing in on everything. Seven, 8. Yeah, we got to do 24, but I'm going to do 12 first. Build it and then do the other 12. You know. My hands are going to be tired when they're done. You know? Oh man, this is going to be brutal for the hands. And after you're done, you're going to have to put all those together too. Let's get all the square sides lined up here. And I don't know what time it is here. Almost 1 a.m. in the morning, too. Yeah, but you can see, though. There you go. Okay, we're halfway there. Yeah, there's a lot of repetitious steps. So, yeah, when I do the review, though, I'll have to let the builders or let the viewers know that if you're getting into this, there's a lot of repetitious stuff. It's enjoyable. It's just, this is something here you can have a partner help you with. Now, there's only one building guide, so if you divide this up, if you have 4 people to help you build, you could probably knock the set out in probably 20 or 30 minutes and you're done. They make a great little group collab type project. Well, we're just about done here. Now I could break this up into 4 installments too, but that'd be kind of too much here. And I think I've only been recording now for 40 minutes just doing one bag. One bag. Or that's also including the intro too, but so I think we're just going to do 2 installments here. And there you go. There's the 2 things. And that's pretty much how they go together. And there's not a whole lot of parts left, is there? There we go. And that's it. And we just have a few pieces remaining here. Not too bad. And let's see here. We got a little information at the top here. The nickname Queen Anne's lace traces back to an old saying that flowers would bloom for Anne, Queen's Great Britain, from 1702 to 1707, and her ladies-in-waiting as a compliment to her lace dresses. Oh, that's pretty cool. So next we got to do the cornflower and lavender. Ooh, these are pretty. Okay. Alrighty, well, we'll do that. That's bag 2. So bag 1 does all this. So far, I'm pretty pleased with the set. Let me set these over here. And when we do the thumbnail, I'll have to think of how I want to display these somehow. So let's start with bag 2. We're doing the cornflower and lavender. Here we go. Okay. At least it's evergreen stuff. Okay, cornflowers. Yeah, you know what? I've seen these a lot in Minecraft. I hoard those things up because they're so cool. Okay. And we're going to need 5 of these little sticks here. And it doesn't say how many of these we have to build. It says, it looks like we're only just building one of, whoops, we're building one of these. Let's take a look at the picture here before I want to, why do we need to have 5 of those sticks? I don't know. Let's kind of go to the end of the book here. The reason why I'm checking here, I see 2 of those. I'm just checking here. Yeah, it's just 1. Okay. Hey, it's better to be safe than sorry. Okay. And you may notice an audio thing. I forgot to hit the record button on the phone. So, whoopsie there. I'll have to make a note on that. That's the bad thing about doing the different audio changes and stuff. So, I saw that and I thought, oh, I forgot to hit the record button on the audio. So I've got to build 1 of these, so I just have to note that real quick and not have to worry. And these type of pieces here are pretty cool. This comes off, but looks like a little watering can. And put a stud on there. I think it's a hollow stud. Indeed it is. Okay, and someday I got to come up with a better way of sitting in here. Kind of sitting sideways building this. And so yes, we even get purple stems too. Yeah, we get all kinds of cool parts in this one here. Okay. And some of these broken egg pieces. And one of these weird pieces here. I've never seen these before. They got where you got the studs on 3 sides. Okay. Stick these in here. I have to tuck the manual underneath just to be safe. The pages kind of want to go on their own. And these go on the sides like that. Just like that. So just shove those right in there. Sure, something's probably going to attach to those, I think. I don't know. There we go. And we stick these on back the other way. Only that they take sticks, but they also take, they have the shafts. So if you're looking for a very bright, colorful, relaxing build to do with a partner, here you go. Okay, there we go. And then these go the other way. All right. Not too bad, huh? All right. And we just did those. And then on the top of this is a purple stem. That's really pretty, huh? We're not even done yet. It looks pretty good. And then we have this and a leaf blade. Shove that right in there. It goes right there. And this goes on the top. And best thing is just to rotate everything in and it'll fall right in place. Matter of fact, you can buy kits to make artificial flowers. I've seen them before. And when sometimes somebody will give me an old plant, like a fake plant. Sometimes it's like you'll see pieces falling off it. I'm like, I can fix that. So I'll fix it. That goes upside down. There we go. And you can see where the plant pieces are just like that. Okay. And this goes here. And we'll set this like that. Kind of a critical area there, but pretty much that's what it is. Pretty cool. And you just got to make one of those. And then we got to make two of another type of flower here. This one, I think it's the lavender right there. So let's get on the lavender. Now remember, we got to build two of these again. So there we're back to all the small parts. All the little pieces and trinkets and little doodads and gadgets and stuff to put it all together. Did it say if these were gold? I mean, I'm only assuming that they are. Okay, so all right, then we're here. Then we need to make 3 of these. Well, I'm making 2 plants. I got to make 6 of them. This is a type of set that you can build during like spring and summer. I'd see this more as a spring build here. This is a beautiful set for a spring build. You know, this is a spring build, so if you get this set, just hold off until it's springtime. This is something you could probably do outside. Just one day, just kind of sit back and build this. A nice spring day. Or if you're like me and you live in the desert, you may want to do it in January. And you're going to have to fish all these through here. And they have these things kind of cattywampus like that. Just like that right there. So we'll put these together real quick here. There we go. Yes, my fingertips are getting pretty mangled up. Ooh, we got to make 12 of these right here. Little leaf pieces with that. So remember, I got to make 2. That's 24. And majority of these are the cornflower parts and the lavender parts. So at least now we're nibbling at it here. And yes, I still have the orchid. I did part some of it. I did take some parts of it off for a build. But I need to take some pieces off that for other builds. But for the most part, I've been parting stuff out. And I didn't really want to part those out, but they were getting dusty, and I was getting tired of moving them around and tripping over this. And just after a while, when you move things around in Lego, the parts start coming off. So now you can see it a bit better. So that's pretty much what it is. So I just start taking the stuff apart. Just going to go ahead and make them all right now. I mean, I'm already halfway done. Let's just do the whole thing. Let's do the whole caboodle. All right. Making sure I'm putting those on correctly. Yes, this is a little break between the castle. What I'll probably do is do the castle, and we'll probably do part 2 of this. Okay, well, we got 18. That's pretty good. Just got to make 6 more of that. We got to. Our hands have got to go through a bit more torture here first to get them out of the way. Just. Yeah. So. Read ahead in the book. Make sure you take your time. You don't want to boo-boo. Although I don't know. They're really kind of impossible to make a mistake in here. I think I ordered a few of these colored leaves here. Great for making fall trees or some kind of flower arrangement. There we go. There's 24. And we have to cake all these things here with leaves. Doesn't really tell you how to put them on there. I'm just assuming you just start sticking them on like that. So just kind of just randomize these things on here. And just kind of throw them on there. The reason why I'm saying throwing them on there to make it look a little bit more rough. Or if they just don't fit on, then you know you got a problem. So you just throw them on there. Lego doesn't tell you how. I mean, of course you can make them all uniform, but it gets kind of boring. You know, I should start with the middle ones first and then work my way outwards. Well, yep, some of the stuff is starting to flake off. Okay, we got this last part in here, and that's where things start getting kind of slimy, is right in the middle here. So I'm going to have to rotate a few of these in here to make them fit. And that's pretty much about it. We got to do that again. This time I'm going to start right in the middle here. And the reason being is it'd be easy to start in the middle and work our way out. So I'm just going to slap them on there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to work my way out. We already went this way. Let's go the other way here. And of course, you can do this any way you wish. Find a method that works for you and just do it. This is just merely a suggestion of what I'm doing here, but it's your Lego set. You can build it any way you want. I don't want to be that guy that tells you my way's the correct way. Because not even I can even answer that. There you go, so far. Usually the last one's going to be the toughest. Oh, that one went on there pretty good. There you go. And all right, we got to make. All right, so they're mini figureheads that go on the top of that. So you stick that right on there. Be careful when you're putting the mini figureheads on here. You notice how I'm rotating things and kind of wiggling them in? That's pretty much what you want to do. And you're not done with the little flowers yet. You got to put one like that. Okay. Not too bad, huh? Not too bad at all. Really good. Really nice. Those are pretty. All right. Okay, so we got to do some stem work here. Already got my stem set out. Step one is, of course, taking 2 of these. I'm just going to go ahead and pre-build these now. Well, this is the last of the red things, I think. So that means we're getting close to finishing it up. All right, there's the last one. And then I take the stems, shove those in there, and then put the flower on the top. So just shove that right in that little hole there. Pretty sturdy, so I think we're fine with those. There we go. Not too bad, huh? For the lavender. Pretty cool. All right. Let's see what we got now. So I believe this is the cornflower. We got to build 2 of those. Doesn't that fun? That's what's left. All those little pieces. So yeah, there's no way you're going to be able to do this in one sitting unless... I'm not going to do it in one sitting. You can do what you want. I'm going to just do this in just 2 different installments here. There's some of those little pieces. Those are pretty cool. But you have to get a few of those for plants and stuff. And yes, I finally got my door fixed on my house. Got the deadbolt working and everything's functioning perfect. Just a little lithium grease. I degreased everything, cleaned it, got everything seated back in correctly, and it's working flawlessly. And that's the beauty about being a handyman. You know how to do this stuff without having to hire someone to do it. I'm a man of many trades, guys and gals. I don't just do Lego. I don't just do computers. If it's something I want to learn how to do, I'll learn how to do it. All right, let's see here. I'll make these match, well, the other way, because that's how the book shows it. Okay. Yeah. And then after that is some studs. So that tells me we are going to probably put some plants on there. Does it matter what color? Actually, it doesn't, because it's the only color that's in there for the studs. It's recognizable. And yes, I'm going to order a lot of these blue stud flowers. Those are pretty. I don't have a lot of blue flowers, except for the light stuff, so I'm going to order more of those. Jay, they give you all these parts, you still got to order? Yeah, pretty much. Missing another stud. Oh, there it is. Okay. After that, almost the same thing. Take one of these, shove that in there. And then shove it in the bottom one here. And it looks like it just kind of protrudes out that way. It doesn't matter really, but that depends on how you want to put it together. That even goes for my own tutorials too, guys and gals. You watch my tutorials, you know, my tutorials are just merely a building guide, you know, like an inspirational. You don't have to build exactly how I build things. For review purposes I do, and we got some more information here. The LEGO group is working on to build more sustainable future for children. Currently more than 80 LEGO elements, including trees, leaves, bushes, are made from plant-based plastic produced using sustainably sourced sugarcane. Plants for plants. These elements represent the first steps of a bigger mission to make LEGO bricks from more suitable sources by 2030. So in other words, we're getting rid of the plastic stuff. And as you know, as far as technology goes, you know, that's how it is. But LEGO, please, for goodness sakes, fix the reddish brown that's breaking. That's the one thing everybody's been kind of getting angry about here. We don't need to be having brittle LEGO bricks. But someday we may have it where plastics are more durable than steel. I mean, it could happen one day too. I think LEGO's got their own set of ABS engineers who work in plastics to make it durable. I think LEGO's already a durable product as it is, except for reddish brown. I mean, the stuff's durable when you get it, it just dries out quickly, you know. Okay. And now I'm just kind of tossing these on here. I'm not going to just try to make them all uniform, because after all, making things uniform kind of gets boring. So just kind of do it like that. Now it's starting to look pretty jagged here. And let's start building some stuff. So I think we're going to have to build one of those, and then we will do that. Let me leave it there then. So that means I got to build two of them. Minifigure head in there, blue stud flower on the top. So this is like when it hasn't grown yet. And they show it here. Well, something just came off. That EOL'd itself or ended the line. Alright, let's do another one. Let's see how bad this one goes on there, huh? Jay, you got a long ways to go, exactly. That is why I'm doing it in different installments. Okay. Now we got to build two of these. Okay, two of these right here. Just making sure here. So, uh-oh. The yawn monster's coming after me now. I'm gonna have to run away. I'm gonna have to run through this because I'm getting tired. Yeah, so just remember, I got to build two of these, so I got to do them both. Oh, wait a minute. We're building two flowers. That means I got to build four. Okay, I caught myself just in time, too. So we will have to build four of these little boogers. And if you've noticed, well, we're running out of parts up here. not that many left. Well, not that many lots anyways. Okay, and then after that, almost the same thing we did before on those other cornflowers. So I need to shove a couple of these in here. I'm going to make 6 of them real quick. You know, at least it's not one of those crummy Super Mario sets where I was belly aching through it. At least this one here, this one's repetitious, but it's not too terribly bad. I'm going to say this set will probably end up getting a 9. Probably worst scored, probably be a 9. The best would obviously be a 10. I don't go like 11 or 12. I stop at 10. Okay. Now, oh, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. I just remembered something. We're building 4 flowers, so I got to build more. I forgot. It's asking me to make 3 of these. So I got to make 6. Okay, so never mind. We're making 2 flowers. Yes, so I have to make 12 of these. It's saying I need to make 2 sets of flowers. Let me kind of group these up here into 6s. Already got 9 there. How's my phone recorder doing? That's the biggest fear, though. If the battery dies, at least we'll have the regular camera microphone to pick it up. Or if I just forget once again on hitting the record button. Okay, there we go. Let me stick those in there. Now, if you're not comfortable with doing what I'm doing here, by all means don't. Ooh, that just came apart. Just don't. If you don't feel comfortable doing what I'm doing, then don't do it. Don't build advance. I've just been doing this for so long. It's just how it is. Okay. Really nice build. Just repetitious, though. That's the only downfall I see here. It's just building like 1 of these wouldn't be too bad, but if you're building 2 of them, it's like if you're doing like what I'm doing now with the multiple instructions, it's a lot of work. Okay. And I've been recording now, so this is probably going to be an hour and a half installment just for probably 400 to 500 bricks. It's just all small pieces here. Really small stuff. Okay, so we got that done. But we're not done yet. My hands are already getting kind of calloused up. And now I got to put sticks on these now. So that means I got to come in here and do this how many times, folks? 4 times. So that right there is done. At least it's not some dull digi colors, like it's not vomit yellow or baby poop green. And I'll save those colors for another video you'll see very shortly that will involve those colors, which is LEGO's color versions are olive green and sand yellow, but for me it's baby poop green and vomit yellow. Yeah. Yeah, we got to build everything out of the vomit colors. Okay. And now we got to stick 12 of these things on here. We got to do this 4 times now. We just got that done. Now I got to come in here and do it again. Isn't this fun? You get to do it multiple times, huh? I don't want to force that on there. Well, that just came off. We'll just do it like that then. Okay. Well, okay, we got one done. 1 down, 3 more to go. There. Just kind of twist them on, and okay, that one's done. Those are pretty, huh? Now we know what they are. They're just flowers, but still, they're just cool to look at. How do you dust something like this? You can use a small can of compressed air, or you can just use a little paintbrush. You know those little chip brushes you'd find like at your home improvement store. And they're like, you can get a pack of them for like maybe $1 or $2. Different sizes and stuff. And just go in there and gently dust them down. That's what I've been doing. Okay. And see, it tells you got to make 2 of those there too. But remember, we're making 2 flowers, so we're going to have to make 4. These go on the top like that. If I can get that in that little hole there, there's one. Usually they give you extra stems, but this time they didn't give you any extra purple ones. What if you broke one of these? Well, that's not nice. That means I'll have to wait. I don't think I'll ever buy the purple versions unless I'm making purple flowers. You know, I want it to be solid. Okay. And now we stick them on the flowers. And basically, excuse me, one here and here. Now notice how I just kind of wiggle them in, you know. Don't be afraid to twist and turn things. Just do it like that. Okay. Just kind of wiggle them in there. Just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle like that. You know. And don't do it too hard too. Just wiggle it in there very gently until it locks in place. And well, we're not done yet. Now we got to stick some shafts at the bottom and a leaf. Let's do the shafts first. And I wasn't going to do this tonight anyways, but I decided to do it. And the leaf goes upside down. Or the stud portion is on this side right here. Honestly, though, if I have to read it a few times, somebody's going to make that same mistake as I did too. And, you know, 2 wrongs won't make a right there. So that's why I'm making these videos, not only for your entertainment, but to help somebody who's stuck as well. Okay, we need 2 more shafts. And will I be able to film this all in one sitting tonight? No, I'm going to stop and go to bed when I am done. Yes, I'm getting tired as well. And then that goes in there. Kind of a critical point there, but it is what it is. And there you go. 2 cornflowers. We have some pieces left over here. So there you go. You got to make 2 of those. We saved ourselves some time. And the next one is Lupin. Not Leppin, but Luppin right there. And we will do that in the next installment. Let's take a quick look at what we've done, and this is the remaining pieces here for bag number 2. Yeah, I know the longer videos are not good for ASMR, but I have to do them like that. Okay, so I can't get the camera up any higher, but we're just going to take a look at them here and see what they look like. Let me just let's take the turntable off. But that's why I used the turntable this time, because I did not want these to roll off and stuff. And we're just going to pretend that we got these in a vase. Why are these like that? I don't know. Did I put something on backwards? Like these? I don't think I did. Okay. Kind of hang them off the corner there. Let me get the other ones real quick and we'll take a quick look at them. And even just with what we did alone is just enough, but I have to do the whole thing. So just imagine, I don't have a vase to shove these in. So let's just pretend my hand is the vase. Okay. Just kind of toss them in there like that. And like that so far. Really cool. Put one there. And that's essentially what it is. You know, from on the viewfinder, these look real, but in person you can see the Lego stuff. But yeah, so far this is a very beautiful build. I'm satisfied with it. I just need to find a vase to put them in, or maybe we can make one out of Lego. I don't know. Make a good little mock for this, but there it is. Tell me what you think. Pretty good so far?